coming at you live from the business end of Yajirobe's katana. It's the Dragon Balls Deep podcast with your hosts, Devin and Drew.
And we're live for the last time ever
of this saga.
Right.
Man, it went by so quick.
You sure about that?
It feels like it. Well, it started going by a lot quicker once we got to the good part.
When did we start? Like August?
July.
July.
Yep.
Wow.
One saga down, only like 4 more to go, and 2 other whole series. Well, maybe even 3 if we do GT.
Well, we got to.
We do have to. I'm looking forward to it too.
And the movies.
Because there's nothing I love more than hating on GT.
It's going to be funny when you rewatch it and you're like, this is pretty good.
No, that's not going to happen. It was painful to get through. But I don't know. Watching this last episode, it might just because it's like the most fresh in my head, but I feel like this might be the best saga.
It's definitely up there. If it's not 1, it's 2. But yeah.
I always like it. It's always between like 1 and 2, but man, this saga, it kind of makes me miss when you don't have like, when it was like more simple, not as much craziness going on, like Super Saiyan and power level 9 bajillion. Like,
well, I mean, even like this compared to Dragon Ball was more simple than this.
Yeah, and I love Dragon Ball too.
Well, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, in my opinion, Dragon Ball is just as good, if not better than Dragon Ball Z.
It's close.
It's very close. But any corrections?
I didn't write any down.
I just got one thing from last episode. We were talking about how when Gohan throws a Masenko at Vegeta, in the subs he yelled out Kamehameha, which made me kind of question how good or how accurate the subtitles I have are on my video. But I was like, oh, I can always just go back and listen to the Japanese audio and see what he actually says.
Right.
And sure enough, Gohan yells out Kamehameha when he's throwing a Masenko.
So Funimation did something right for once.
For once, and probably only ever.
We'll see.
Yeah, but
I wonder why they did that.
Why the Japanese did? I think it was just a mistake. Had to have been. Because it doesn't make any sense.
No, unless you think that, I mean, we talked about it, but I guess maybe Gohan was just trying to be like Goku, you know? He was fighting Vegeta and he was like, oh, I'm gonna...
That's a reach, though.
Yell Kamehameha when I shoot my Masenko. And
yeah. Yeah, obviously he doesn't know how to do a Kamehameha, but yeah, maybe something like that, but... Yeah. I honestly just think it was a mistake. I think I went back and looked in the manga too, and I think it's the same thing. It says Kamehameha, but I don't remember.
But if that's the case, then it's probably not a mistake.
Or, I don't even remember. I might not have even gone back and look. I don't know.
Right.
I can always look next week. But, cool. That's all I had.
Well,
but yeah, this is gonna be a long episode, so let's get it started.
All right, let's jump into it. Dragon Ball Z, episode 35, the finale. That's not what it's called. That's what I'm calling it.
The finale flash.
The finale flash. The show begins in Bulma's Airbus. Roshi Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Shitrock are headed towards the location of the fight, presumably. Bulma asks for directions, and Shitrock, who is doubling as a GPS, tells her to turn left. Some stuff happens. Chi-Chi attempts to kill Shitrock. Roshi tells them to be good or else they'll have to pull over.
Roshi in the subs, he says, "I told you we shouldn't have brought her."
Oh,
which
damn.
is how I feel about Chi-Chi in the entire series.
Animal abuse is not a concern for him now.
I wish that Corrin just took his cane and smacked her in the face, like Sean Connery.
Roshi hopes that Goku has ended the fight because he's the only one who can save everyone. And suddenly we are sent back in time. Krillin notes that Gohan's tail has grown back. Vegeta spots this too. And remembering the blood waves, Vegeta says, "I can't allow this brat to transform. Not today. Maybe next week, though."
Mm-hmm.
Vegeta begins to power up an attack. I assume this is to kill Gohan, because it doesn't take this much to pull off a tail, as we've seen.
Yeah, so Piccolo made that shit look pretty easy.
Well, didn't Goku's tail get pulled off pretty easily?
I don't remember. I think so. I mean, Grandpa Gohan just kind of... Then he just yanked that shit out.
Piccolo's strong, though.
Yeah, he is strong, and Vegeta's in a really weakened state, but...
I imagine pulling off a kid's tail is harder than, like, say, trying to pull off Vegeta's tail.
I don't know about that, dude.
Do you have evidence to support this?
Well, I mean, Vegeta, they strengthen their tails.
Right.
Gohan's never strengthened his tail before.
Well, I mean, okay.
He's got a weak little bitch tail. And it, like, just grown in. It's not even his old tail. It's a brand new tail.
Suddenly, Vegeta's plan is thwarted by everyone's favorite rotund hero, Yajirobe. Yajirobe shouts, "Leave him alone!"
Or in the subs, he shouts out, "Take that, you jackass!"
There's a lot of jackass in the subs.
There is. They should have used it in the dub, too.
Hi, I'm Goku. Welcome to Jackass.
Jackass and bastard are very commonly used words in Japan.
Yajirobe comes flying in and hits Vegeta with his sword, slicing through the back of his armor. Yajirobe goes down somehow. Gravity, I guess.
Yajirobe just saving the day again.
Yajirobe looks and sees that Vegeta is down as well. Yajirobe begins to laugh and says, I got him. I got you, dirtbag. I can see it now. Earth's greatest threat brought down by Yajirobe."
It's true.
Yajirobe continues, "Oh yeah, took him down. You should learn not to mess with the best. You can't handle it."
When they write the history books of how this battle went down, I mean, Yajirobe, he's the MVP. There's really no denying it. Like, the two most critical points
right
of the
there
entire...
next to Mr. Satan and Earth's heroes.
The two times when it was like Vegeta was the closest to destroy or stopping the fucking Super Friends.
Justice League.
The two most critical times when he's transformed in the ape, Yajirobe swoops in, cuts that transformation off, and then when Gohan's about to transform and Vegeta's gonna stop him, boom, comes in again with the interference.
If only he was there when Vegeta was letting Cell absorb.
If only.
Yeah.
We need some more Yajirobe what if scenarios. If only Yajirobe went to Namek.
That's true. If only they put Yajirobe in the...
Captain Ginyu would have never traded bodies with Goku.
If only they had recruited Yajirobe in the universe tournament.
Oh, man.
Yajirobe's celebration is then cut short as Vegeta gets back to his feet. Vegeta says, "What was that, Tubby?" Yajirobe goes to attack again, swinging his sword wildly. Vegeta dodges all of his attacks. Yajirobe says, "Hey, hold on. I was just kidding about the whole dirtbag thing. You really thought I was trying to hurt you, didn't you? That's funny. I was just messing around with you." Vegeta then throws a crocodile pie kick that drops Yajirobe. Left leg hospital.
Right leg cemetery.
Yajirobe tries to reason with Vegeta, but to no avail. Vegeta hits Yajirobe again. Vegeta says, "How dare you? No one attacks me on my blind side and gets away with it." Vegeta continues to pummel Yajirobe.
This might be Vegeta's biggest mistake. I mean, Yajirobe reached out an olive branch. It's like, "Hey man, we can team up right now. Game right recognizes game. You're strong. I'm strong. We can take over the planet. We can eat a bunch of food." And Vegeta just couldn't bring himself down to that level.
Goku then uses his telepathic powers again to talk to Gohan. Goku says, "Gohan, can you hear me? Gohan, listen to me. Look at the power ball in the sky, Gohan." Gohan is very confused by all of this. Goku says, "You can help me by staring up at that light in the sky." So Gohan stares up at the light in the sky. Vegeta realizes what's happening and runs over to try and stop it, but it's too late. Gohan begins to transform, even though we saw him transform in the last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, at the end, he started to transform.
No.
It's like we went back in time and now we're on like a new timeline.
Maybe we are.
It's possible.
Fucking Bulma fucking with time police and
Bulma was there with her
making
Hadron
time
Collider.
machines.
Vegeta begins punching Gohan and shouting, "No, stop changing. Stop it." But Vegeta's words are useless as Gohan transforms into a giant ape.
Vegeta's lucky that he didn't catch a backhand from Toppo, rudely trying to interrupt this transformation. Doesn't he know how disrespectful it is? Gotta let the transformation go, man.
He learns because later he lets Cell transform.
Exactly. I just wanted Toppo to swoop in in a fucking time machine. Justice!
Justice! Vegeta says, "I've got to cut off his tail before he goes completely berserk." Did you like the visual here of the half-transformed Gohan?
Oh, yeah. This Great Ape transformation, I thought it was like one of the cooler ones.
I mean,
specifically.
Minus this one part, but yeah.
Even like when he's like de-transforming, it was kind of like cool. Because like we don't usually get that much detail.
Well, we got plenty here. This giant hairy child.
Yeah. I thought it was cool though. And he seems to get a lot, I don't know, he just looked really big when he was fully transformed. Looked bigger than Vegeta.
I'm probably the same size.
Probably, I don't know.
Which goes back to our theory of if all Saiyans...
How big would Nappa be?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
I would like to hear, because you know how like Vegeta, even in, like he has control over his ape form, so like, you know, he can still talk and stuff. I want to see like giant ape Nappa, but like saying Nappa one-liners.
That would be good. And it would make me really happy if Nappa Ape would just still have like a bald patch
on his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would he still have a mustache?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Vegeta grabs Gohan's tail in an attempt to pull it off, but Gohan hits him over the head. Illegal. That's fucking illegal.
Not in Japan.
Oh, right. Okay. Gohan is now fully transformed. Vegeta crawls away as Gohan begins smashing everything in sight. Krillin notes that Gohan is just a mindless, raging beast now, just like Goku when he was a kid. And just like Goku, Gohan has no control and doesn't recognize anyone, and is just as dangerous as Vegeta. Krillin says he has to think of some way to get through to Gohan, noting that when Goku was like this, he didn't recognize anyone. I already said that.
I wish fucking Gohan would have just smashed Krillin mid-sentence.
He almost did. He was going to.
Would have made me happy.
But he was going to smash Krillin and Yajirobe, so...
Krillin's been, like, really annoying me. I usually like Krillin, but this saga, he just fucking a nuisance.
Just wait till the next saga. He's like one of the main guys in the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I liked Krillin until, like, Cell Saga. He was cool in Dragon Ball, but they made him like a bitch in Frieza Saga and this saga too.
Giant Ape Gohan picks up a giant boulder and walks towards Krillin and Yajirobe to crush them to death. And suddenly Goku again uses his telepathy to try and get Gohan under some kind of control.
What's telepathy? You mean ESPN?
Yeah, ESPN. Sorry. I stand corrected. Goku says, "Gohan, stop." Krillin shouts at Gohan, "Hey, Gohan, get the other guy. He's getting away." This works. Gohan turns his attention to Vegeta, who says that he's trapped. Goku shouts, "Now." Krillin shouts, "Gohan, smash that guy." Yajirobe says, "I'm glad I'm not him." Was he talking about Vegeta or Gohan?
I don't know. Funimation really butchered this part, so it doesn't make much sense. But I think Yajirobe actually says he's yelling more at Krillin in this part, and he's saying, "Don't provoke him, you idiot."
This seems like the perfect episode for Funimation to mess up.
It's kind of it's really a disgrace what they did to this episode. Like, pretty much every line is just completely not right. But we'll get more into that.
Gohan smashes the giant rock down on Vegeta. I couldn't tell if it actually hit him or not. It looked like Vegeta jumped out of the way.
Yeah, it looked like it just missed him.
Krillin says that Goku got through to Gohan telepathically.
Yes, this fucking made me really angry.
That line?
That might be the dumbest Funimationism ever.
Why?
Oh, because Krillin doesn't know anything about Goku's telepathy. Goku's never even done telepathy until like this episode, or maybe like a little bit last. Did he do it last episode at all?
Either the last one or the one before that.
Yeah, he's literally never done telepathy, and Krillin's just gonna guess. Oh, Gohan's fucking communicating with him telepathically. That's it.
Well,
just gonna guess that.
As we see, like when Goku's talking to him, he is talking out loud. So I don't know.
Nah, it doesn't make any sense. Krillin has no reason to think that Goku's speaking telepathically to Gohan. It's just nonsense.
Well, Krillin's whole purpose in this entire saga is basically to just like explain the plot.
and pretty much. But what Krillin actually says in the subbed version is, fuck, what does he say? Drawing a blank. says something. He just says something about fuck. I want to word it right. He says that you're gonna have to edit all this out, but something about like Gohan being half human and
Because he's half human, half Saiyan, or
oh yeah. All right. So what Krillin actually says in the sub is that Gohan's mind is still in there. He is half human after all.
that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Well, it makes kind of sense because you think about it. Goku, when he transformed, he had no control. But since
Well, he
Gohan's
had nothing to help him control.
yeah, Krillin also doesn't understand anything about Saiyan transformation, so he shouldn't even be talking right now.
You could have just left it as Krillin doesn't understand.
And also Vegeta. Vegeta's full Saiyan, and he has more control than any of them in the transformation, so
Right.
really doesn't make any sense at all. But that's Krillin's rationale, not guessing that Goku's talking telepathically.
I mean, at least he guessed right.
Fuck. He didn't guess right. Funimation made it up.
Funimation made him guess right.
I hate them.
Vegeta tries to run away, but Gohan is right on his tail. No pun intended. Vegeta says, "That moon is going to shine for at least another hour, and there's no way I can keep outrunning him. I've got to cut off that tail." Vegeta then pulls a Shadow of Colossus, and he runs up Gohan.
This scene's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
And even all the bystanders, like Krillin and Yajirobe, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They're like super impressed. They're like, he has no energy and he's running around dodging attacks. And, like, this guy's unstoppable.
Vegeta runs up Gohan and hits him in the face to distract him. That was pretty funny. Vegeta goes for Gohan's tail, but Gohan swats him away. Krillin calls Vegeta insane and questions if anyone can stop him. Vegeta tries once again, this time running up Gohan's arm, and then when he goes for an attack, Gohan again swats him away with his tail this time. Gohan then tries to jump on Vegeta, but Vegeta, using, I imagine, every last bit of energy he has left, begins to fire a bunch of energy blasts at Gohan. This clearly does nothing but anger Gohan more than he already is. It also keeps him suspended in the air for a short time. However that works. Gohan jumps in the air again. Vegeta says, "Okay, Furball, take this." Vegeta then fires a Destructo Disc at Gohan.
Do you think that he just stole that from Krillin, or do you think he already knew how to do it?
I'm gonna say he probably knew how to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna go the other way.
I would imagine because, Vegeta's even older than Goku. He's been fighting his whole life. I would imagine he's at least seen one person throw a disc of energy.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I like to think that in the Dragon Ball universe, Krillin invented that move.
I don't know. And is any of the other characters from other universes throw discs?
Not that I can think of. I mean, other than after they see Krillin do it. Frieza throws one.
But what about Universe 6 characters or the Justice League characters?
Not that I remember. If they do throw disc, it's not the same as a destructive disc. Like the one that Vegeta threw, that was exactly the same as a destructive disc.
Basically.
I've seen maybe smaller ones that are thrown in multiples, but never the actual big old fucking destructo disc.
I will never know. But anyway, direct hit. The disc cuts Gohan's tail off.
Yeah, Krillin never gets a direct hit. He might have invented the attack, but he never fucking lands that shit. Has Krillin ever cut anything in half with a destructo disc? Besides like a rock?
I don't think so. Wait. Yeah, I think he does hit something, but I can't think of what it is. I feel like he hit something, but it didn't affect, like maybe Cell, and it just like it hit, but it didn't affect him.
That makes sense. Didn't he? He cut off Frieza's tail, right?
Krillin?
Yeah. I think he did.
No, I think Frieza cut his own tail off.
What?
Yeah, because remember he threw the disc at Goku, and Goku just let him right back to him.
Hold on. Got a YouTube video
of Krillin.
Yep, he throws the disc, and it's going towards Frieza. All right, Frieza already lost his tail at this point. What the fuck? Oh yeah, he did. He did cut it off. It was Krillin.
Ah, okay.
Boom. My memory doesn't suck. Take that.
Unfortunately, Vegeta didn't really think this through all the way, as Gohan was in the air and coming towards him when he cut off his tail. So Gohan continued to fly towards him, and he lands on Vegeta.
It was a valiant effort by Vegeta. Came so close.
Yeah. Hey, he lived. I mean...
Yeah, he did live.
Still in giant ape form, too. Mostly still in giant ape form. He was giant. That's the most important part. And he landed on Vegeta. But he transforms back, and now Gohan is asleep on top of Vegeta. In the nude.
It's just so funny with like Gohan snoring.
Yeah.
I always find that funny after a transformation how they just like take a nap. Except for Vegeta. Vegeta didn't take a nap.
It would have been funny if he did.
It would have been hilarious if he did.
I bet Nappa takes a nap after he transforms.
Yeah.
By choice, though.
They probably have like the know with the... They probably can stay awake though until they get back to their pod, and then they can sleep on the way home.
Yeah. And I imagine when they transform, they eliminate all the threats. So once they transform back, it's like they can sleep peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Nappa dreams about?
Blowing things up.
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
You think he talks in his sleep?
Yeah, probably.
Like Oxkeen?
Not quite as bad as Oxkeen. You just probably like mutter things like, "You're all gonna die." Vegeta.
I was about to say. You think he has dreams where, like, he's the strong one and Vegeta's the sidekick?
I can only hope. Nappa, the prince of all Saiyans.
But instead of, like, Vegeta losing a fight and throwing him in the air and blowing him up, Vegeta's, like, consoling him, like, don't worry, Vegeta, I'll take care of it.
I'm gonna miss Nappa.
Yeah. I mean, he's already gone. So.
Yeah, but are we gonna still bring him up in Frieza Saga? I guess we probably will.
We can.
We can throw Nappa in some what if scenarios.
Nappa meets Guru.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. Oh man, Nappa would get real racist. Things are gonna get real racist real quick when we get up to Namekustan.
Thanks to Krillin. Because like you said in the last episode, Krillin is a bit of a racist.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, that's right. When he's talking about Piccolo. We got to make our own whole entire fan side thing, like a whole like Nappa Adventures of Nappa.
I'd like to see that.
The Universe 6 Saiyans, they get together, or yeah, Universe 6 Saiyans, and they wish back Nappa to lead them.
Oh Lord.
They've only heard about him in tales of his greatness.
That would be great. Oh, it would be even great if like Vegeta goes to like the Universe 6 Saiyan home planet and their leader is
Nappa's their new king.
Or I was going to say like the Universe 6 version of Nappa, but it's basically just Nappa, but maybe.
Oh my god, that's what we need. Maybe. Universe 6 Nappa.
Yeah.
We already figured it out. Huh? We got to write an email to fucking
Toriyama.
What's it called? Toriyama. This is a genius idea. God damn, we give away way too many genius ideas on this podcast.
Yeah, we really do.
Somebody's going to take all the credit.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Universe 6 Nappa. That's how we solve this problem of Nappa dying way too early in the series. All right. That's enough sidebar. Right. Where were we?
Gohan is sleeping nude on top of Vegeta. Krillin prematurely celebrates, but is cut short when Vegeta begins to move again. Vegeta pulls out some kind of device and presses a button on it.
It was his life alert. Help, I fall and I can't get up.
Cut to the original crash site where Vegeta and Nappa first landed. A bunch of people in hazmat suits are doing stuff, studying space pods and whatnot.
Looking for E.T.
One of them says to get the space pods loaded onto a truck, that he wants someone to take them apart and examine them before they claim that they don't exist.
They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it, make fun of me all you want, but everyone already innately knows this. These people are not frickin' humans, okay?
Suddenly, one of the space pods powers up and flies away. Amazing. The space pod lands conveniently right next to Vegeta. Krillin, now that all the fighting is over, somehow manages to get to his feet.
This fucking Krillin's been faking injuries for the past 45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why Krillin pisses me off. Like, I feel like Vegeta barely smacked him, and like he's been like crawling on the ground whimpering for 2 episodes. And it just drives me crazy.
But now that Vegeta can't move, he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get up now. And he saw that how Yajirobe was saving the day, and he got jealous, and now he's like, I'm going to...
And Krillin was about to go fuck it up again, too. Until Yajirobe was like, hey, dum-dum, before you fuck this up again, grab my sword.
Yeah, what was his plan? What was he going to do?
I have no idea.
Use harsh language?
Yeah. I don't know what he was going to... He would have fucked it up for sure, though.
Is Krillin the Corey of Dragon Ball Z?
He is the Corey.
Vegeta says, those fools, they haven't seen the last of me. Which makes me wonder, say they like never did go to Namek, and they all just stayed on Earth. Do you think Vegeta would have eventually come back?
Oh, for sure.
Or do you think he goes to Namek and then Frieza just kills him?
I don't...
Because he went to Namek, and he didn't know that...
He went to Namek for the Dragon Balls, right?
Yeah, but that was on his own. He didn't know that, like, everyone from Earth was going to be there, too.
I don't know if he necessarily... Like, what was... We're going to be getting too much in Frieza Saga. Like, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves, but I don't really remember off the top of my head why Vegeta decided to turn on Frieza. other than
Because
maybe thinking he might be able to get to the Dragon Balls first, and then he can just say "fuck Frieza."
yeah, that was his plan, to get the Dragon Balls, wish for immortality, and then kill Frieza.
So, I don't know. I don't know if that necessarily means he would have got killed by Frieza if he just went to Namek by himself. He might have changed up his plans a little bit if all that shit didn't happen.
Vegeta begins to crawl to his space pod. Vegeta says, "I'm Vegeta, the strongest Saiyan in the universe. I'm invincible." Well, I mean, for starters, there's only 2 of you, so, not a whole lot of...
the strongest Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, there's 2.5.
2.5 Saiyans.
2.5 Saiyans.
There's another idea.
Dum 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 dum.
Oh, God, don't...
That'd be the worst idea ever.
Yeah, hopefully somebody steals that idea.
Yeah, not our good ideas. Steal that one.
Krillin realizes that Vegeta is trying to escape and goes after him very slowly. Yajirobe, who is still upside down in a pile of rocks, yells at Krillin to use his sword.
He's not just upside down on a pile of rocks. That is a jujitsu position. He's inverted guard, getting ready for Vegeta's next attack.
Maybe he's just stretching.
Yeah, it's
doing
it's
a little
not,
yoga on the side just to,
Yeah, he's not in a weakened state. He's ready to pounce. He's ready for Krillin to fuck this up, and he's about to just jump in and save the day again for the 3rd time.
So, yes, Krillin picks up Yajirobe's sword, noting that it cut through Vegeta's armor. Vegeta...
Yeah, it wouldn't have cut through Vegeta's armor if Krillin was swinging it. That's for sure.
Well, we'll get to that. Vegeta manages to make it to a space pod, and as he's trying to crawl inside, Krillin interrupts him. Krillin says, "Hey, Saiyan, you think you can just slither out of here after what you've done? Well, think again." Krillin raises the sword to behead Vegeta. Vegeta says, "No, you can't do this to me." Cut to King Kai, who was celebrating the evil Saiyan's defeat and talking as if everyone isn't half dead anyway. Bubbles is looking at King Kai the same way I am.
Bubbles is sitting there like, man, all these fucking apes are getting their tails hacked off. Nobody better dare come near mine. Holy shit.
Is Bubbles in a permanent state of transformation, or do you think he would turn back into a tiny little Saiyan?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Good luck taking Bubbles' tail, though. That motherfucker will rip your face off. He don't play around like these Saiyans.
Just give him some wine and Xanax and,
Give him some fruits and bananas and shit.
Give him one of King Yema's fruit.
Give him some Yema fruit.
Yema fruit.
Some pills.
Some pills. It would have been great if Bubbles came to Earth and somebody adopted him.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
That'd be... Yeah, who knows?
I guess Vegeta would have to adopt him since he's a Saiyan.
Hercule's the type to adopt something like that.
Too bad Nappa's not around. Nappa adopting Bubbles. And we get to see Nappa just go around with his little sidekick monkey.
That would be amazing. See? That's another good idea. We gotta keep these internal.
Sorry. King Kai then says he senses an even greater evil headed their way. What the fuck is he talking about?
Foreshadowing.
Who?
He's talking about Frieza.
Frieza's not headed towards Earth.
That's not what he said. He didn't. Well, Funimation fucked that up too. But what he actually says in the sub is that he senses a greater evil, in the future. He doesn't specify coming to Earth. He just says. I think he calls him the root of all evil.
Ah.
But yeah, he's talking about Frieza.
Maybe he should let them know.
Well, he also talks about, which is kind of interesting, is that it's wrong for him to be playing sides. So he's like, he kind of acknowledges he's really, as a Kai, he's supposed to be neutral, even with helping Goku and whatnot. But he's like, I can't help but be happy for Goku, but he's like, I shouldn't be picking sides.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
He never says anything like that in the dubs.
Yeah, I probably should have wrote exactly what he said, but that's the gist of it.
Because even Supreme Kai takes sides.
Oh, they play her favorites hard as fuck in the future.
But I guess it's kind of different because Boo did kill a bunch of the Kais, so it's like...
This is true.
Yeah, I guess at a certain point, I don't know.
And the Kais didn't really... I mean, they helped a little bit with Vegeta, but as far as like Cell, they kind of just gave some general training to the team.
Didn't teach anyone the Spirit Bomb, though.
Well, the Spirit Bomb has proven to be useless against Vegeta. Holy shit. It didn't do anything. Yajirobe's sword did more damage.
I think the Spirit Bomb only works once in Dragon Ball Z.
Does it?
Yeah.
Against who? Cell?
Boo. No.
Oh, no, that wasn't Cell. Yeah, Boo. Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't affect... It doesn't stop Frieza. It doesn't... Well, he never tries it on Cell, but...
And the only time it worked in... the only reason why it worked in Boo Saga is because Hercule got everybody to raise their hands up.
Yeah.
It's technically Hercule's the one who defeated Boo.
He beat Boo and Cell.
Slam that dirty Cell to the mat.
Back on Earth, Krillin goes to stab Vegeta in the face with his sword. Fucking brutal. I think Krillin has some serious issues.
Yeah, he's got frustration with being short, bald. He has no nose.
He's bald by choice.
I don't know about that, dude.
He has hair.
Oh, yeah, I guess he does grow hair eventually. Maybe he gets on that Propecia.
No, he shaves his head because he's a monk. He's also a racist. Yeah.
He's short. He's weak. He has trouble with the ladies. So yeah, he's got a lot of reasons to be frustrated.
Yeah. He should go talk to somebody about that. Krillin is stopped by Goku, or by Goku's telepathy. Goku tells Krillin not to do it. Krillin argues that they have to stop Vegeta while they have a chance, because he's pure evil.
And this brings us to our sub versus dub. And buckle up, because this one's a doozy. We're gonna be going through Goku's entire speech on the English version and the Japanese version. But I left out most of Krillin's lines because I didn't think they were very important. So in the English version, Goku says, "Stop, don't do it. Just let him go, Krillin. Show him what it means to be merciful. I know what you must be thinking, Krillin, but believe me, I know what I'm doing. By doing this, we are showing him that there's another way, a better way. It wouldn't be the first time something like that happened. Think about it. When Piccolo first came to us, he was just as evil as his father. Thanks. He was just as evil as his father had been. He nearly destroyed not only me, but the entire planet. And now he's one of us. And if someone as evil as Piccolo can change, I think anyone can. Vegeta deserves to have that same chance, and by showing him that the people of this planet have compassion and true mercy, maybe he can learn to show some of his own. Piccolo learned, and now he's not only a powerful ally, he's also a good friend. And he even took care of Gohan while I was gone, and traded his own life to protect him. Who knows, Vegeta might do the same thing for one of us someday. Krillin, please. I know this is the right thing to do. You've got to trust me. Don't do it, Krillin. I know it seems like justice, but it's not right. If you strike him down now, it will only show that we aren't any better than he is. It means that they won no matter what. Be strong. Don't forget Krillin. I'm a Saiyan, just like he is. And let's go Goku's speech. It's pretty much the exact opposite of what he actually says in the original Japanese version. All this talk about mercy and Piccolo and blah, blah, blah. He doesn't say any of that shit.
But does he tell Krillin to kill him?
No, he doesn't tell him to kill him. Okay. But it's his reasons are very different. He has a whole nother, what's the word I'm looking for?
He wants to kill him himself?
He has a whole other ulterior motive. So this is Goku's speech in the Japanese version. Krillin, forgive me, but let him get away. Please, this is the only thing I'll ever ask for myself. And then Krillin replies, but Goku, this is the guy who killed our friends and tried to kill everyone else in the world. If we let him go now, he's certain to recover his strength and come back here. Goku says, you're probably right. Krillin replies again, if you're thinking that maybe he'll have a change of heart the way that Piccolo did, then you are gravely mistaken. He is not that kind of guy. To which Goku replies, I know that, and I know that Vegeta has incredible strength. Still, I ain't able to say this too well, but when I saw him nearly dead there, I thought to myself, what a waste. After training at King Kai's place, I thought I had reached my pinnacle. But that Vegeta guy, that Vegeta guy has done far better than I have. It surprised me, to be honest. I was overwhelmed, but somewhere within my heart, I was happy and excited. That must be because I'm a Saiyan too. Whenever I see an amazing guy like that, my heart leaps. I want to train even more and fight him again. I know it's not the right thing to do, but please grant me my selfish request. Let me have another chance to fight him. And that's it. So this is pretty much the Goku we know now, which that's pretty much how he acts throughout Super and... Yeah, it makes way more sense. Goku just trying to fight. He just wants to fight him again. He can't let that loss go. Wants to get stronger, and I guess I know in the Frieza saga he shows compassion towards Frieza, but I don't know how the speech actually went in the original version. I'm sure it was similar though. The
speech to Frieza?
Yeah. I don't think
he doesn't really give a speech at that point. He just gives him some energy and tells him to remember this or some shit.
Oh, in the original?
Or in the dub.
Well, in the dub, he gives that whole fucking speech, that iconic speech.
Oh, right, but that's yeah, I remember that.
Right before because. Then he says he's gonna spare him, and then Frieza attacks him, and he's like, "You fool!"
Yeah.
But
those speeches, there are some minor differences, but from what I remember, is they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I had no idea. This sub really shed some light, because I always thought that Goku, he's been merciful since the very beginning, but no, that's not what he intended. He was actually just making a selfish request because he wanted to fight Vegeta again. And he was willing to risk his entire planet to do it. Which sure, it ended up working out, but there's no way Goku could have known how things were going to play out.
Well, no, but I mean,
and I like how some of the stuff that Goku says to her, directly exact opposites of what he says in the dub. He tells Krillin that striking Vegeta would not be the right thing to do, and then Goku says, "I know letting him go is not the right thing to do, but do it anyway." And then the whole thing, Krillin, like immediately right at the beginning of Goku's speech, he just shuts the whole Piccolo theory down. He's like, if you think that he's gonna change like Piccolo did, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah. So do you have a winner? Because
oh yeah, I think the subs wins hands down. I don't mind Funimation's retelling of it, making Goku this merciful person.
well, I mean,
But-
it is who Goku is. He does,
Kind of. But I think it's way more interesting knowing this early, because like we know that by Super at least that Goku's just
selfish.
dropped that whole mercy thing. He's super selfish and super
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I like that. I had no idea it showed so early on in the series, but we would have never known because Funimation covered it up with these merciful lies.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so sub wins.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Goku tells Krillin to let him go and to be merciful. I wrote, here's an example of what we see Goku become later, soft. I imagined if Krillin didn't listen to him, if Krillin was just like, no, fuck you.
Just took things into his own hands.
Yeah. It's like, this piece of
Krillin didn't earn that right.
this piece of shit killed everyone and threatened to.
I kind of agree with Goku. I mean, that Krillin, his response to Goku's whole speech in the subs is that, well, you did earn that right to have your selfish wish.
He did?
Because without you, then we would all have been dead a while ago.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
Which I kind of agree with. But at the same time, I think Krillin earned any right to just defy Goku and just do whatever he wants because he's just been a nuisance.
I mean, technically it should be Yajirobe making a selfish request.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think Yajirobe would kill Vegeta.
He should have. But I mean, I think Yajirobe's kind of thinking Goku same thing. He's like, I kind of want to fight Vegeta again too, you know?
Yajirobe wants that rematch.
It's an easy money.
Hard work.
Hard work.
What else did I write? Krillin reminds Goku that Vegeta threatened everyone. Oh, I like how during this whole argument, back and forth between Goku and Krillin, in the background, you just see Vegeta trying to climb into the space pod.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't climb in the pod and fly away by the time that Goku's done making this long-ass speech.
But I like how that, he didn't the entire time. He just kept trying, but couldn't.
That is pretty funny.
Krillin says Vegeta isn't the type to learn a lesson like that. Goku reminds him of Piccolo. I mean, I like how they're all just I mean, they're not wrong, but I like how they're all just 100% Piccolo's a good guy now.
Yeah, it doesn't really... I mean, I guess since he sacrificed himself for Gohan, that's what they're kind of basing everything off of.
Because, I mean, even when, Gohan and Piccolo showed up and Krillin was there, Krillin was all a little uneasy around him, because...
Yeah, he kind of warmed up to him towards the end. When they were fighting side by side.
And he realized he wasn't going to gobble him up.
Yeah. Krillin put his racism to the side.
Krillin's colorblind now.
For the greater good.
Because, I mean, you think, up to that point, Piccolo kind of wasn't good. I mean, he was kind of just using Gohan to defeat the Saiyans.
Yeah, but that was...
He wasn't 100%. he didn't.
I think he was pretty close though. Like it was kind of
It
like
wasn't
more
a
like he was
full
putting on like
babyface turn.
Yeah, but like even like Kami like had talked about how he sensed like Piccolo's changed.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
true.
the same as. And then like there was, if you want to go into huge detail, it's like when he killed Raditz, his spirit went to Otherworld, which if he was like full demon evil Piccolo, that wouldn't have happened. So he's been changing good ever since the beginning of the saga.
Whose spirit wouldn't have gone?
Raditz. Because like if in the demon clan or whatever that Piccolo is like a part of,
Right.
if when he kills people, their spirits are supposed to be like suspended in like limbo, but since it went to Otherworld,
right? Didn't they talk about that with Krillin? Oh wait, Piccolo didn't kill Krillin, so
nah, yeah, Tambourine
did, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Goku says Piccolo can change, anyone can. Goku says Vegeta deserves a second chance. Blah blah blah. Vegeta collapses to the ground. He was not successful in climbing into a space pod. Krillin, who is now conflicted, puts the sword back towards Vegeta. Goku begs him not to do it and says he knows this is the right thing to do. Which, as you said in the subs, he said it's not the right thing to do.
No, it would have been really funny if since Goku's making Krillin spare Vegeta, and Vegeta's trying to get in the space pod, but like, what if like Vegeta just could not get in, and like Krillin had to like boost him in?
She had to help him in.
It's like, God damn it!
Vegeta's lying there. Can someone give me a hand? Krillin reminds Goku the Saiyans killed everyone. Goku says let him go. Vegeta finally crawls into a space pod. Here I wrote, this is taking way too long. Finally, Krillin drops the sword. Goku thanks him and says that he's proud of him. Even King Kai wonders if Goku made the right choice here. I'm surprised we didn't get a scene of like King Kai like yelling like, do it, Krillin, cut his fucking head off.
Rip his fucking balls off. Yeah, King Kai actually doesn't say anything in the subs in that second part.
Of course he doesn't. Krillin hears Vegeta's space pod powering up and turns to see Vegeta one last time. Vegeta says, when I come back to this planet, you're all going to suffer. And when you beg me for mercy, I'll stare into your eyes as I crush the life out of you. Vegeta begins to laugh as his space pod flies away. Krillin has gotten to.
This scene is just missing one thing that would have made it perfect.
Nappa?
I wish Krillin at this point would have just like taken out a gun and like Point Break style just shoot it into the air.
Yeah, then Mr. Narrator comes in to send us off, telling us of all the events that have led us to this point, and even what's in store for the future. And that is a wrap on the Saiyan Saga.
Man, they ended this saga with a banger. This is back when they knew how to end sagas.
Yeah.
Best might be, or I'm saying it now. My opinion could change, but I'm saying this is the best saga. This might be the best episode of the saga too.
Really?
Yeah. Love this episode. It's close. There might be like one of the episodes where like Vegeta and Goku are fighting. That might be a close contender.
The whole back and forth with Goku and Krillin was kind of, it dragged a bit.
Yeah, I'm talking about before. I'm talking about like Kaioken, Goku.
Yeah, I'm just talking like in this episode at the end there when Goku and Krillin were arguing, like that went a little longer than I think it should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the episodes with Goku and Vegeta fighting. I think those might be.
Even Goku and Nappa too. That was a great fight.
Well, anything with Nappa is worthy of,
And obviously, I'm not including the real best episode of the saga when Vegeta and Nappa go to Arlia.
That's another good one.
That's a shoe-in for episode of the saga.
Yeah, it is.
Which will be one of many categories that we're going to come up with for our recap episodes. So coming up probably sometime next week, we're going to release 1, maybe 2 episodes recapping the series, the saga.
Yes.
We're gonna announce some fun categories and awards.
Are we gonna do those together, like the recap and the award, or are those separate?
I think it's gonna be two set. I think we do some recap, and then maybe we announce the categories, and then in part 2, we'll announce the winners. Because we got to come up with some nominees.
That's a good idea.
We're gonna argue a bunch.
Oh, are we?
Yes, I anticipate lots of arguments.
Okay. Well, then how are we gonna decide on a winner? If it's just
we might have to come up with a nonpartisan third party to vote. We'll see.
That what's his name? The one guy that we used to record with.
We might have to wish him back with the Dragon Balls.
Oh man.
Maybe. No promises. Anything else with this episode, though?
No. Big, hairy children.
Big, hairy children. That's what they should have named the episode.
Gohan, big, hairy child. Stop Vegeta.
That's a perfect title. Sweet. Well,
yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Follow us on Twitter at EBDPod. Download, like, rate, review, subscribe, all of the above. And as always,
tune in next time for another exciting episode of the Dragon Balls Deep Podcast.